Morning, guys. How are you? Thanks for showing up. This is really exciting. I'm really excited for Nekesa. Your KPIs are looking good. So yes, as Maureen said, my company is called Idea, and I'm talking to you about branding. So the first thing I want to get out of the way is branding is not a logo. Are we here to? Are you expecting me to talk about logo design, Nini? Okay. Branding is not a logo. And I really need you to get, because branding is everything. Branding is your source, it's your mail, it's the beginning, it's the end. It's the alpha and omega of what you're doing. It's not defined as a logo. If you have a box, right, and I want to gift you, I could gift you the box without a bow. And to me, the bow is the logo. But you will still be glad to get the gift if it doesn't have a fancy, bow and, stuff like that. So please, Aki, if we're moving forward together, branding is not? Yeah, so now we can start. I feel like we're together now. My company is called Idea, and I'll tell you the story of my brand name, because people think I have a very fancy brand name. I need to tell you where it came from, so that you understand that you have, all I want you to do at the end of this is, please start with what you have. Right? Don't let anyone tell you need a marketing plan or a strategy, or you have to have a logo. I want you to know you can start whatever you're doing, and then, as Christine said, jump out of the plane, then build the parachute. Okay. So, okay, let me start. Now you're inside a plane, you're bungee jumping. I'm telling you, just jump. Yeah? You will build the parachute and you will do everything on your way down. And trust me, you will not crash, right? So now, in 2008, 10th of January, I was also young. I'm telling you the story of where Idea came from, right? Because now I want you to understand how brands grow in a very simple way. So in the beginning, I'm a graphic designer by profession. Now for me, I must have a logo. I don't have another choice. I'm a graphic designer. I'm coming to you to teach you how to do about your brand, and I have to have a pretty logo going. Now, this is how we used to register names at Sharia House, right? And then, I'm not entirely sure what this is, but you had to write a letter to the Registrar General and say, "Dear Sir, Madam." Then you say, "Search for company name." Then I said, "I would appreciate if you could advise me on the availability of the following company names." And by this is a template in 208. You don't go with another fancy letter. This is how you write it. And I gave 5 names. Please don't judge me. It was 2008. Things were different. I was younger. So the first name was Studio W. My name is Wambui, my other name. So I guess I don't know what I was thinking. The other one was Q Boyd, Boyd Design, Indigo Design, and then June without an E Design, and then 276 Design. That's my birthday, I think. So out of all of these, the Registrar General said, and they used to put an X, like you're in school. I'll give you this. They used to put, it is wrong, yani, no. And the one they chose was the one I least liked. It was called Indigo Designs, but I had to start. I wasn't going to go back. First of all, you had to pay 100 bob per name. You had to queue in a sweaty room with brokers from here to North Dakota, all wondering, what are you opening? You're a little girl, why are you here? So there's no way I was going back. So all I had was Indigo Design, and I had to start, right? So that was my company for a very long time. And then in 2014, I thought, well, everyone kept asking me, so you're a designer, so you design clothes, so you do design interiors. So I realized I kind of have to expound my name and explain what I do. So the company became Indigo Designs, Events, and Activations, right? Because I was like, that's what I do. It's a logo, it's a name, business name, and it's a slogan. You understand? Good. Now, it became too long. Ini kampuni ile inaitwa, you are here on behalf of, and I said, okay. Let's make it an acronym. So Indigo Designs, Events, and Activations actually spells out idea. I was like you. I was like this. Oh, yani, I'm such a genius. Now, so I started calling myself Idea. However, when the checks would be written, it's still written to Indigo Designs, Events, and Activations. And clients would be like, is this the same company? So one day I said, okay, let me put it out there. And I was like, but someone surely would have used the word idea. I mean, it's 2015 or whichever year it was. I mean, surely. And I walked into Sharia House. Oh, there was no e-citizen by then, sorry. I walked into Sharia House again, and I said, Idea Agency Limited? And they were like, it's yours. And what I need you to understand from that, now, in 2008, I could have sat wasting time trying to look for the best name for my company. Would I ever come up with the idea? As you can see by that paper, namurudisha tafadhali, ni archives. If I had sat down waiting for this perfect name in 2008, I would not have started. I wouldn't have done, my job and your job is to do the business, not to sit down thinking up fancy names, right? So that's what I meant by start and jump, right? I hope it's trademarked, so I have it for the next 10 years, and we'll see what comes after that. So that's a story for you to remember about that. So now you have an idea, you have a business idea, you have some idea. There's this thing you want to do, it's burning, it's fun, and that's a beautiful part about ideas. It's so exciting, because it's just this little thing inside you, and you're like, you want to tell everyone about it, and some people don't understand, but you're like, okay, it's okay. And you keep, you want to tell people about this lovely idea you have, and that's the exciting part. That's where you can create, and what will this idea do in 10 years? How will it help society, The idea stage is very important, and it's a concept that can be used for gain. And I haven't said monetary gain. It's okay to have an idea that you really don't want money out of initially. It's okay. You might just want to help people. People come up with societies, people come up with NGOs. So gain it's you to define the gain. Don't let someone come and tell you, oh, Evelyn, you've been running this business, you're not a millionaire yet. But maybe Evelyn just wanted to make beautiful jewelry, and her gains are totally different from yours. So don't let someone come and speak into your business and say, oh, you haven't achieved this, you haven't done this, you're not here, you're not there, The gain is up to you. And so long as it's an idea, that's all it is. It's an idea. We haven't built a business yet, right? What's your motive? So now you have an idea, but now we're kind of trying to package it into a business, into an enterprise, right? What's your motive? Why do you feel, out of all the ideas you have, okay, some people have a lot of ideas, others only have one, some have none, but let's say you do have an idea. Why is this the one that is the one to be put out there? Why are you willing to put your life, people quit jobs, people leave, their children at home to pursue an idea. Why is it that you want to pursue this idea? You really, really need to ask yourself that question, because there will be really hard and dark days up ahead in entrepreneurship and business. But your motive, the reason you're doing it, that's what will keep you going. Because you have to remember, for example, I run Hairpolitan, which is an online magazine. It's been around for a year. And there are days, and Maureen and Nakesa and my friends will attest, I'm like, it's a wrap. How many times have I'm like, I'm done, I'm not writing another article. And then you walk somewhere and someone says, I cut my hair. I cut my perm because I read an article on Hairpolitan. And it made it look so simple. And when someone sends you a photo 3 months later and their hair is slaying, Yani, you're like, Yani, you came and passed me. So such things. My motive for creating Hairpolitan was to make sure that stories of regular type of women with natural hair are told, because for some reason we're not making it on the cover of Akina Vogue. We just accept, we're not going to be there. However, Hairpolitan will be there to make sure your story is told. So when the stories come back to me, when I see the difference, then I wake up the next day and I keep doing it. If you don't have a motive, you're not gonna get up, right? So you really need to get a motive going. Now actualize. Now, we have a lovely idea, we have a motive, now we are ready. Now, is this thing a product? Is it a service? Are you going to consult? Are you going, what is it? Actualize it. And in marketing, you'll be told, you have a product, what's the price? Carol, marketing guru extraordinaire. Yes, the 4 P's of marketing. So you have a product, what's the price of it? Where is it gonna be, place? And how are you gonna talk about it? Promotion. So now those are jargons. Leave the jargons alone. What were you talking about? Honey. You have honey. Where are you going to sell it? What's the price? How much is it going to be? right? And then how are you going to talk about it? Where are you going to talk about it? Is it on social media? Will you have your own website? Are you going to be at fairs? Are you going to be, actualize it? Start to crystallize the idea into something that someone can take and go with it. Yeah? We're still packaging the brand. Have I talked about a logo somewhere? No? No? Yeah, okay. Visualize. Here is where, and I really, really don't want to say a logo. I want you to visualize your idea, right? A logo is a part of it. And let me tell you a secret. And I'm a graphic designer, and if you're a graphic designer here, please forgive me. Kanyi, Aki, I'm sorry, Would love to make money by designing your logo. Aki, we would. That's how we make our bread and butter. But honestly, if you can't, at that particular moment, afford a logo, go to your Word document, pick a font you like, write the name, move on, twende. Save it as a JPEG, keep moving. If you see the first Google logo, I was going to post it here, then I thought, my presentation is too cute. If you see the first Google logo, you will wonder about your life and what it is. It is a really, it's ugly. I think it's even skewed in a perspective. I don't know what was going on there. But they started, right? And I know we're chicks and we want our things to look pretty, but imagine it's a business. And that's where Maureen was saying, there's your personal brand, and there's a business. And imagine the business has to start. So if you're here waiting for, Yani, that thing that, woo, no. Even when you started putting makeups, you think your eyebrows are on flick. No, imagine you just started, And then look at how beautiful you all look right now. So you're telling me you wouldn't have come for this event because you didn't have the perfect dress, or your makeup wasn't together, but you're here. So why not do the same thing about your business? So when I say visualize, I mean, close your eyes and say, I love color purple. Imagine, let's just start. And that's my color. Just start with color purple and a font you like, right? The other thing is someone will tell you, oh, you must have an icon. So an icon is actually like the logo. But a logo type is also a valid logo. Google does not have an icon. Safaricom does not have an icon, actually. The red is Vodafone. That's not even there, all right? So this idea in your head to have a flower and a bird, it's taking time from your business. It's taking time from going to meet the client who's going to give you the money. So are we jumping out of the aeroplane yet? So when I say visualize, apart from logo, close your eyes and see, where do you want to see your honey? Yeah? You want to see it in Naivas? Nakumat? Do you want to see it online? How does it look? Is the background white? Is it outside? And as Olivia was saying, where will your photos be? So spend less time looking at a logo as opposed to looking at your product. And your product could be yourself. Maybe it's your personal blog. Get that photo shoot. How does it look like? What do you want to be dressed in? Right? Visualize. Because it's easier to sell something someone can kind of see with you than something that just has a logo. But then you're giving me business for logos, at the end of this. I'm not saying let's not have, one day you'll call me. Now personalize it. Make the product unique, relatable, and memorable. So remember your tribe that Christine talked about? Now, you just have to, this product, we're still packaging, yeah? What is this product? If it was a person, where would it be? Would it be in traffic? On Monday, going somewhere, or is it at the beach? Evelyn, is your jewelry for everyday women, or is it a luxury? Does it look? Because I love Evelyn's. Okay, I'll just throw in there, and then she's shy, and then she's just going to blush. But I wouldn't wear Evelyn's stuff at a random event. It's for stepping up. And when you look at her Instagram, it makes you want to step up. So you can't wear her jewelry, then you wear some nini clothes. You're going where? So present that, personalize it. Who do you want? Visualize the person you want to be holding your honey at the end of this day. Personalize it, make it someone, make it your friend, make it your best friend. Let me tell you something about business. It's the only person you will know when you wake up and when you go to bed. It's the only thing you're going to think about. So this better be the bestest friend you have going, right? make this someone you want to hang out with, you want to go to the office with, you know? Hairpolitan for me, I'll explain. For a year, no one was kind of getting what I was doing except my friends, but I don't know if they were lying, but you know, that's why my friends are awesome. Initially, guys would be like, what's Hairpolitan? And initially, I would say, honestly, it's just me. Hairpolitan is me. I wanted to validate my lifestyle. That's all I did. I started by validating. I'm a mother, I'll talk about moms. I'm a writer, I'll talk about writers. There are things I want to do. I want to eat healthy. I want to, you know, so if you go through Hairpolitan and you read everything, it's just me. So all I was doing was, let me look for some other people who can tell these stories. And by the end of the day, they're validating me. So actually, it's very selfish. I just needed someone to say, imagine you're normal, you and all your ninis, but you need to personalize your brand. You really, really need to. You need to know where your brand goes in the morning. What kind of coffee does your brand take? Does your brand go to Java? Or maybe your brand anapendanga kibanda. Na hakuna nothing wrong with kibandas, but maybe that's where you want that thing to be, right? Now, intimacy, creating a relationship through and I really looked for a nice word. This is just marketing. I was just trying not to be. So marketing is, and actually branding at the end of the day, is how do you talk? And you know, kwanza we're all chicks. Okay, I'm really sorry, but you know when you've been tuned a good one, yani mpaka you have drawn Africa, Middle East, you know, when you've been tuned a good one, you're inside the box, you even built yourself the box, you're inside, you're telling the guy, come now we go, I'm inside. That's what marketing is. How are you talking to the people you want to use your product, right? What are you saying to them? How are you enticing them? How are you making them feel, okay, gosh, if I don't have this honey, my bread, it's over. It's, you know, my breakfast will never be the same. This is where you're gonna have to spend a lot of time building your brand. Because if I don't know how you sound, if I don't know how you look, you can have a fancy logo, but I'm not connecting with your brand. This is where branding now starts. This is where the work starts. How you talk, who you talk to, how your employees talk to other people, how you guys dress, right? You could be a jeans and t-shirt kind of company, but make that jeans and t-shirt the best outfit ever. Java started wearing jeans in a time when waiters used to wear okay, if you're a waiter, or own a restaurant, but you know this really bad black trouser with a, you know, and Java came and they wore jeans, and suddenly everyone was like, oh, you know, and they were black jeans, but they were the coolest jeans, you know. So your brand is about building this little bubble that everyone wants in. Everyone wants inside, because you're making it look so cool. But you can be inside with your brand, but how are you talking about it, you know? For example, Aki Evelyn, I'm so sorry. You know, I know we're good friends, but just come, I'm so sorry. Evelyn always wears her jewelry. Always. She's always rocking her jewelry. Now, if you can't if you can't eat the honey you're making, if you don't believe in the stuff you're selling, who is going to do it? So it's about how you dress, how you talk, who you talk to, which events do you go, how do you network? Me, I'll compliment every woman's natural hair. And then somewhere in there I'll be like, sir, have you read Hairpolitan? You know. Since now we are besties, you know. So it's a lot of initial of your business will be a lot about you. It'll be pretty much your personality, and it'll be very easy to network on that note. And one day we'll talk about, as you said, separation of founder syndrome. How do you separate? But initially, it's really you. It's you and your best friend, right? So here, create a very intimate relationship. Be on the right social media platforms. Update your website. Talk about your stuff. You know, this is where everything that you put in your head, this is where you go ahead. And then, as Olivia said, don't put things out there and don't learn from them. Post a picture, look at feedback, ask your friends. If your brand is out there, once in a while I ask guys, someone comes and says, oh, your Hairpolitan, oh, that's so nice. I'm like, what have you heard about Hairpolitan? And it surprises you the stuff that comes back, because you're like, I didn't even put that out, you know. But people take things, and because you've communicated so effectively, they take it, they go farther than where you ever imagined your brand, right? So always review. Do something, review. Say something, review, right? And that is where reviewing takes you back to the beginning. What was my idea? What was my motive? Has the personality of my brand changed? Can I create another product because this one has been successful, right? So reviewing always takes you back down the cycle. Branding is about shaping that perception. Branding is not a logo. Branding is the alpha and omega of everything you're doing. It's the thing you're doing every day. You're creating a perception about the thing you want people to know about you, okay? What have we learned today? Branding is not a logo. Okay, thank you very much.